Hello everyone, my name is Denny Pink, and this is my first video. Well, first real video. I've already posted 2 YouTube shorts. I wanted to do something simple for my first video, so why not explain my OC designing process? I'm just gonna share a few things I take into consideration when designing my characters. Also, disclaimer, I am not a professional and this is not a tutorial. I just design characters for fun, and after drawing for 8 years, I've gathered a few things that make a character design good and memorable. So just take everything I say with a grain of salt. Also, I am so sorry that the mic quality is so bad. I promise I am getting a better mic soon. So what you're currently seeing footage of is a speed paint of me doing the reference sheet for my OC Sweet Tooth. I do reference sheets a little differently because I don't really draw like the front and the back of my characters because I don't know, I just don't really feel the need to, because you know, if they're my OCs, I'm always gonna know what the back looks like in my head. If it's a really complicated design, then I probably will draw the back at some point. But her design is fairly simple for me to draw, so I don't really need to draw the back of her design. But as for the tips, one of the things that I consider the most is the color palette. In the recording, I don't think that you can really see the coloring yet. I think I'm working on the liner. But I made sure her color palette was pretty consistent. I used mostly, you know, pink, blues, purples. You probably use the same color for almost everything. And this is just because the consistency of a color palette can make the design a whole lot better. An example of this can literally be one of my favorite comics and shows ever, which is Hilda. And the character Hilda herself has a very nice color palette. And I'll put it on screen right now, but you see how consistent and just nice it looks? Even though the style she's drawn in is pretty simple, you can tell that she has a very nice, cute little character design. And that leads me to my next tip, which is don't overcomplicate things. Not that complicated designs are bad per se, but it all depends on how tedious it would be for you to draw. Like, if you make it super complicated but you don't mind drawing it, that's okay. And as long as you like it, that's one of the most important things. But to make your life easier and also to make your design just more memorable, then in that case, it's never a bad thing to simplify it. Because the easier it is to draw, the easier it is to remember it, and the more memorable it becomes. Another thing I consider in my designs is shape language, and I'm not an art teacher or anything, and I wouldn't really know how to explain this without making it sound boring, but shape language is basically how shapes are used within an art piece. So how many squares and circles and rectangles that you put inside of your drawing. So any shape to the character's body or hair or anything like that that can not only bring something more interesting to the design but also helps with the shape language is also another good thing that can help with your character design. Like for my character Sweet Tooth, you can see that her hair sticks out a lot, and it might be one of the first things you notice in her design. And that was intentional, and it was part of the shape language for her design as well. So to sum all of this up, I would say that one of the most important things in a character design should be their color palette, a shape language that's used, meaning all of the shapes that you use in the design to help them stick out, and how simple they are. Obviously, complicated designs also do well. Like if you look at a Genshin character, you know, all of those designs are beautiful, but it could also be the simplest designs that are the most memorable and bring the most impact. Like Steve or Alex from Minecraft. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say, and also the speed paint. I believe this drawing took me 10 hours, and I'm very much proud of it. This isn't the most in-depth video, so of course when I do post this video, I might put some more reliable sources in the comments maybe, or maybe in the description, because like I said, I'm not a professional. I was just sharing a few things. But thank you so much for watching. And also, if you would like to see the inspiration that went behind Sweet Tooth, I will gladly make a video about that as well, because it's a funny story. Feel free to subscribe, and I hope this video made your day. Thank you. Goodbye.